Welcome to the Wrestlecast. This is episode number 19 on September 7th, 2022. Rocky, joined by Wesley and Rodney. We're your podcast hosts. Holy shit, guys. It's been a wild few days, huh?
Yep, it's been a jam-packed 4 days.
Yeah, it feels like a fucking lifetime.
There's a pay-per-view and apparently some after-party shit that happened. It's been quite insane.
Yeah, we're skipping WWE again. Not that it needs to be said, but yeah, that nothing that they did will top whatever the hell is going on over at AEW right now.
Dude, honestly, whatever happened at All Out doesn't really matter considering what the fuck happened afterwards.
No, because now the fucking reset button got hit on like half the shit that just happened. So, yeah.
All right,
let's get this shit rolling.
Let's talk about this. Honestly, and I have my notes here that I made. I did not include Zero Hour, which I didn't watch at all. So if y'all have something to say about 0 Hour, let's go.
Just a little bit.
God, I don't even remember all the matches on 0 Hour. The only one I cared about was Kingston and Ishii, and I got my wish. It wasn't quite 15 minutes, but it was a fucking slap fest, and that's all I needed. So
slaps giving the day. It just kept on giving.
It just kept on giving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
0 Hour had a...
Yeah, I don't remember the rest of the
0
matches.
Hour had Tay and Sammy versus Ruby and...
They tried breaking her neck and then broke her nose.
Right. Yeah.
Basically,
Ruby got beat up.
And
they just...
Hook and
cross her
and Ange.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Which surprisingly wasn't a squash.
It started off. They let Parker get his some licks in early on, but then it turned into a squash. It was kind of a half and half match.
Yeah, it was all right. Belonged on 0 Hour.
Yeah, and then Action Bronson came in. It was like, oh, Bray Wyatt.
I had no idea who the hell he was.
I saw a picture of him. He does kind of look like fucking Bray Wyatt, at least from the picture that I saw.
He's a YouTube bro. He's all over the place. He'll go on action adventure, kind of guys who are doing crazy shit on YouTube, food channels, music channels. I believe he runs a podcast where he interviews a lot of people. He's kind of like more of a cooler bro, Joe Rogan type thing. Like he kind of dips his hands into everything.
I looked at him. I figured he was like
he's a fun guy.
He's like boxer or like MMA guy or something.
Well, I knew that the song that Hook comes out to is from Action Bronson.
Right.
But that's all I knew.
Yeah.
There's the crossover. Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well, next week. No, the following week, I think he'll be getting in the ring.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Against Menard.
Oh, hell yeah.
Action Hookhausen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So they belong. All those matches belonged on 0 Hour. They were what they were.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, then let's move out to the main show. We got All Out 2022 starts with the Casino ladder match with Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Penta El Zero, Rey Fenix, Baruch, Andre El Idolo, Dante Martin, and the Joker.
Well, Rey Fenix made it out of this thing alive.
What's that?
Said Rey Fenix made it out of this thing alive.
Yes.
Because it was cut
this
short.
This was a bad one. I guess that's the thing to celebrate because this was by far the casino ladder match that I enjoyed the least. So
yeah, it was weird for me from the start because it was a bunch of tag teams who were friendly with each other and are like top tag teams pretty much, and they just put them in against each other for a chance to win the singles championship belt. So
yeah, I mean, you kind of would have had to figure, like, you look at all the names in this thing and you go, realistically, like, who has
it had to be the Joker,
Claudio. Yeah, Claudio or the Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, there would have been nobody else. Maybe Roosh because he's a big guy, but
let me tell
nobody
you.
in that.
When Roosh came out, Yuta had about 15 to 30 good seconds to try and get that damn poker chip. When Andrade came out, dude, he had like
2 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
he had like 2 whole minutes.
I was like, what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all were dragging this shit out. Just go up and get the shit.
And here's the thing. So it doesn't even matter at this point, like, to talk about anything that happened in the match. There really wasn't that many, like, crazy spots or anything. But if you get to the very end of the stupid thing, when the Joker comes out, and it turns out that it's fucking Stokely Hathaway, who climbs up the ladder and grabs the poker chip and then hands it to the Joker, why wouldn't Roosh do the same thing? If he wasn't going to get the fucking poker chip, couldn't he have just grabbed it and handed it to Andrade and been like, here you go, boss?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, what are they doing? It's like, no, oh, wait, shit, I came out here too early. What's going on? No, it's like, no, let's get these two guys. Let's kill these guys.
Yeah, none of it made sense. And I know logic shouldn't play a part in any of this, but you also do have to have some sort of fucking logic in this stuff. And it didn't make sense. If the rule applied to one, it would have applied to all of them. So, yes, Roosh could have been up there and been like, here you go.
Yeah.
You win.
I don't like how they're putting together another team that's pretty much going to be led by a guy who's proven he can't be trusted. Fucking heading a team, heading a stable. I feel like they should have done the Stokely thing being Stokely's crew. Like, leave it alone as Stokely's people and have them be a separate entity.
I don't know. I mean, jumping way ahead into the timeline. Yeah, I mean, jumping into the whole thing without, giving too much until we talk about the end. But, I mean, he's kind of proven that, like...
Doesn't matter. It's been overshadowed anyway.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, fine. MJF. I don't know. Like, he's kind of proven that, like, he kind of needs henchmen. Yeah. So I'm okay with it to a certain point. I don't have an issue with it. I just don't give a shit about Stokely Hathaway. And I don't give a shit about, like, half the fucking people he recruited.
Right.
Not, like, Lee Moriarty.
Does he lead the baddies still? Is he their manager still?
No, he hasn't. I don't think he's been out with them since.
So Lee Moriarty took off his little mask. And you know what it reminded me of? That episode of Fresh Prince where the Halloween episode when fucking Carlton's going as Macaulay Culkin and he fucks up the hair thing and he's got like the rainbow color hair. That's what he reminded me of when I first saw him. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I guess so. I guess that's why he turned heel, because he fucked up his hair dye.
But then, like, if I'm looking at, like, this is MJF's new crew, and I'm looking at the Pinnacle, man, it's a little bit of a downgrade.
That's what I'm saying. I think these guys are just fucking... I'm going to throw money at you, because MJF's character just throws money at fucking people.
Well...
Work smarter, not harder.
Own, right. Not only does he have his own money, now he's got, or his parents' money, now he's got boatloads of money.
Yeah.
It's his putties.
But yeah.
He's got the putties from Power Rangers.
Let me complain about something else as well. This spot where fucking Andrade was climbing up the ladder, and then they had the other ladder that was inserted into the one that he was climbing. And Claudio trying to lift the ladder and then push it out. I was like, how much time are we going to give him to do this? Like,
yeah, I kind of don't understand. I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to set up.
They were saying they were trying to make it.
They know what they were trying to
They said they were trying to make. It was trying to make like an X or something, and it looked like it fell apart.
Well, if he did, or if that's what he was trying to do, he did not put that horizontal ladder through the rungs far enough. I think I guess was just I can give him a pass because he was able to save it and just like shimmy the ladder and like throw Andrade over the top. But that was a good like 45 seconds of like
this match was a mess. Watching. And then the whole Stokely shit happened. The only thing
It's a sign of things to come.
It really was. But like
the show didn't get any better.
Then the music started playing. I was like, I know this fucking song because look, I'm not like a big Rolling Stones guy. It's like, but I know this song. I know what this song is. This has got to be freaking MJF. And then
it couldn't have been anybody else.
That little spinneroonie that he does when he gets into the fucking ring. I was like, yeah, that's fucking MJF.
I feel like that was a wasted opportunity. Like, you could have probably thrown people off a little bit more by A, not playing that song, and 2, just having Sean Spears be the one under the mask to grab the poker chip.
And just notice.
And then you don't have to worry about the song, and you don't have to worry about MJF's walks or mannerisms.
Just notice the music he came into is by a band that's the favorite band of a one Vince McMahon. And that's one of his favorite songs.
Nice.
As said in the Jericho books.
Yeah, so Joker wins.
So fucking dumb. This was a bad match. On to the trio. On to this other freaking match. The Trios Championship Tournament Finals.
Okay. So I said last show, no fucking way in hell it's going to be Dark Order and Adam Page. I was very wrong.
Hey, but I'll say you're redeemed by today's Dynamite.
That's true. That's true. But I was very wrong.
I was correct.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I still don't agree with it. Because they went with the old best friends angle, but
I was hoping the exploding ring
I don't know.
delayed from 2 years ago, and both teams were sink into the middle of the ring.
It's just I don't know. This match was I'm not gonna say it was great. I don't remember it being terrible. But
I didn't like Hangman, like reprimanding fucking Reynolds and Silver throughout it. Like, that was kind of lame. I get, like, story,
don't
whatever.
Beat my friends up.
But, I mean, I don't know,
his
man.
back's
I liked Reynolds and Silver in this match. They were fucking aggressive, more so than I feel like they usually are. And
I'll give you that for sure. I mean, they showcase Reynolds more than they usually do.
Totally.
Yeah.
And
Hungy had that little run
Hangman's
where he was bouncing off of everybody, and then he jumped out of the ring, and then he went to do like the Braun Strowman, like let's go around the ring. And as soon as he came around the corner, they ended that shit quick, foot to the face, bop.
But so after the match, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks win. They are your inaugural Trios champs. But don't get used
what a
to
surprise.
That.
And they're holding the belts.
Who would have thought?
They're holding the belts right before they walk in. Kenny's like walking to the camera. He's like, don't back up. Don't back up. The guys in the back. Like, he says something to the guys in the back. Like, this is what y'all.
This is what y'all
wanted. This is what you wanted. This is this is what you want to be. It was like.
It's like,
okay.
No, this is just the fucking Young Bucks not wanting to face FTR.
do everything they can to avoid him.
Basically.
Oh, Jesus.
But next one.
Hey, a waste of fucking time. Now, let's go back.
Ultimately, yes, a waste of time.
All right.
A massive waste of time.
Following that, the fucking... I'm sorry. Jeez, I feel like
the
I'm
TBS Championship?
F-bombs every 5 seconds here, but what a show this was.
Well, that's
Jesus
because
Christ.
the show was garbage. This one, come to find out, was cut for time, which explains a lot. But TBS Championship match, Jade Cargill defending against Athena, which, again, I was wrong last week. Because they just don't want to take the fucking belt off of Cargill.
That was stupid.
And now you have no one left.
I would have preferred had Athena won. But, I mean, I thought it was a good match, at least for Jade, anyway.
For the time they were given, which was like 5 or 6 minutes, it really wasn't long at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it wasn't a bad match. There weren't any botches, really. Athena, fucking that girl can sell.
Yeah.
They had one part, Jade threw Athena out of the ring, and then she turns and does her little thing where she puts her arms out and she's looking at the crowd. And then she just put her arms down and she just stood there. It was like 20 seconds. She just stood there. And Athena like slid under the ring behind her from where she got thrown out. And then basically like just stood behind her and like tapped her. Can you bend over for me? I was like, come on, man. I was like, just haul off and fucking kick her. Like, balls or not.
Right.
Like, give her the boot.
I mean, it was what it was. Athena loses. Yeah. Cargill retains.
That they don't want our girl to win.
137,000 or something. I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah. I don't like how they feed her. They build a record up. They feed all these jobbers and shit to her. These people from, local whatever promotions and shit. And then they do this. And it's like, as soon as she gets like someone who's serious, who, like we said, is one of the most talented people in their company, God damn it! Like, how do you?
And she womp, womp. this build, the build for this it's been taken forever, and then they get like 6 minutes or whatever it was. And it's like, damn.
I'm going back to my original thought, which was, are they seriously thinking about keeping the belt on this woman until Statlander comes back?
Well, fuck, dude, I don't know.
6 months.
I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know when she's expected back.
She just had surgery, I think.
That's what I said. I think this is another surgery because she had something with both legs, didn't she?
I don't remember. Not sure. But I know I saw something posted today that she had successful surgery.
It's been a good 2 months since we had a cage match. Let's stick those two in a cage match. Cargill and Athena.
How you say that? Are there any like fucking gimmick weapons match?
No.
Nothing.
No. Nothing.
They fucking
outside of the ladder match.
You see?
Next match.
That's what fucked it up.
They needed more barbed wire.
Dude, you're always talking about they need I know you made a comment before, like need less gimmick matches and shit like that.
Yeah, then they give us nothing.
Pay-per-view.
Then they give us
their WrestleMania and give us none.
And then the unsanctioned match that happened fucking afterwards. It's just insane.
That was a good match. Jury's still out on who won. Next up, 6-man tag match. TNT champion Wardlow and not just FTR, ROH, IWGP, and AAA World Tag Team Champions. 7-star FTR. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood against Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns, which is Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, with Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt, who nobody gives a shit about because Satnam Singh still has not done jack.
I mean, this was originally supposed to be them, like fucking Satnam Singh. I think was supposed to be in this match, some kind of way. But I don't know. I'd imagine, like, clearly the dude has not progressed where they want him to be able to not put him in these matches.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he took a belt shot to the gut and then went to the back from Samoa Joe.
And that just
who's
took him out.
Struggling. That man's struggling.
I don't know. It's like at least it seemed like Wardlow was definitely, dude. Wardlow was not in this match enough. He didn't kill enough of these dudes.
No, it would have been better to either just. I mean, I hate to say keep Wardlow off the show because that'd be bad, but they should have split this up. And I know 15 fucking matches. I get it. But
16.
They could have split this. You could have put 16. You're right.
You forgot Sammy.
There was a special what is it? It's unsanctioned.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was a lights out match afterwards. That's what it was.
They need to wait until the lights actually go out to play it next time.
Somebody's lights went out. You should have split Wardlow and Jay Lethal into a match, even if it was just a squash.
But we had that already.
You know what? Still, I would have rather just watch FTR and Motor City Machine Guns have a straight up tag match.
Yeah.
He should have. Tony should have paid
rather.
Flair to come fight Lethal one last time.
Only if Lethal's allowed
Woo
to bring
off.
Black Machismo.
Woo!
The woo off. But yeah, no, I mean, the match was fine. And Sabin and Shelley are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I wish that they would stay with the promotion, but as far as I'm aware, there's no plans to use them again moving forward. The highlight of the whole thing was the very end of the match.
Right. Sanjay
got schooled
with a fucking pencil. She just
like his fucking kryptonite.
Yeah.
Like you break his pencil and like he loses all power.
Oh, there's add that match to the card too. Sanjay versus fucking Finley.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. 17 matches. We're up to 17.
She got put over
that was
huge.
That was a squash.
Great.
It was a tender moment. I liked it.
Yes. I mean,
I was entertained.
Yeah. I mean, Dax comes off as a great babyface, so yes. Again, when he first said that line, like fight like an 8-year-old girl, I was like, what the hell? But then after he explained it, I was like, oh, this dude here.
I bought that shirt, by the way.
Nice.
Hey, proceeds went to, good causes.
There you go. Well, after that, we have another grudge match outside of Finley and Sanjay Dutt. We've got Absolute Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Wrong man won.
The wrong kid died. I love that movie.
Like, I don't understand this.
I'm going to tell you something, Ricky Starks.
I don't understand it at all.
That dude's voice, he sounds like a 65-year-old man.
This might have been my pee break match. I don't know.
I just went back and watched it a little while ago. It was just okay.
And it wasn't that long.
No,
either.
It was short. It was
like, no, this was another one this was another one that was 6 minutes. For time. Along with it was cut for time, just like Athena and Jade. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if the Spine Buster is his finisher. It was like, but that came out of nowhere and was pretty abrupt. I was like, oh, he killed him. Okay.
Does Powerhouse have a finish at all?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really and I don't have a problem with Powerhouse. He seems fine. Ricky Starks was selling the hell out of things like Ricky Starks does.
Right.
And then it seems like he's selling like he got killed from that spine buster.
I don't know. To me, Powerhouse is lower card. He's not even low mid card.
I was gonna say, I think he can be a mid card big man. I don't think anything's ever gonna come up. He's gonna be, the big man that they put people up against first when they're gonna go on a big belt push or something like that. But I don't.
So the Nyla.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't want to say Nyla Rose because Nyla Rose has won a championship. Rose. But
this is true,
and I don't think Hobbs will ever get anything higher than maybe the TNT belt.
I don't even.
I think he will eventually. I mean, don't look how hard WWE has pushed Lashley, and he has nothing to offer. Hobbs, I think they'll get the belt on him. Maybe Starks gets the TNT belt one day, and Hobbs takes it from him.
Hang on,
something.
Hang on, time out. I have words.
Hey, I don't like Lashley.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. There is no way I'm comparing Powerhouse Hobbs to Bobby
bargain
Lashley.
bin. Bargain bin Lashley.
Not even close. That's like Salvation Army.
Thrift shop.
I'm sorry, you put both of those together. I'm going Bobby Lashley all the way.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Will Hobbs, he's still young. He's still young.
I just mean the way that
I really don't know how old he is, but he doesn't seem like he's.
I mean mainly the way they treat him
young.
in the power rankings. You know, Bobby Lashley's always that guy. He looks good. He's decent in the ring. He's big and muscular, and he looks like he'd be an impressive man to beat up. So you put Hobbs in there and let him take a bunch of bumps from somebody, but now they have them having him crush their stars basically.
Let me put it another way. Powerhouse Hobbs, if he was in the WWE, he'd be in the 24/7 title chase.
He'd be.
I disagree with.
No,
you.
I think he'd be in. I think he'd be in with Otis and Gable.
That's not much better.
Or he'd be R-Truth's big man.
Keep him away from that national treasure. All right, we've talked enough about Powerhouse Hobbs.
Well, I don't know. I don't think this is done.
Get him out of here.
No.
I think this is going to lead to a gimmick match.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I hope so. You know, as long as Starks comes out on top.
Have a 3-way with them and a Hook for the FTW.
Unlike this next fucking match on the card. Another massive disappointment.
The tag team?
The tag team championships. Fucking
disappointment
in
that the Acclaim didn't win.
Dude. Like, how do you not... I don't know, like, how things are booked and how decisions are made, but even fucking Vince would have been like, midway through the match, go, I'm changing the decision. The Acclaim's winning this match. Like, how do you not fucking listen to the crowd at all and not call an audible and go, hey, my original decision might be a bad one?
Yeah, I think it had...
Like, this is not something that I want drug on. And I get that they get their rematch in a couple of weeks, but there should be no need for it.
I think this should have been
they
a one-off.
should have won right then and there.
I don't know about win. I think
one-off.
part of it, maybe in the classic wrestling style, whatever, they didn't necessarily want a babyface team beating a babyface team at the pay-per-view and winning the title, but they wanted to find a way to get both of them on the show and at least push one over, because the Acclaimed have won a lot, but maybe they're just not ready to put the belts on them. But with them having the record that they do and the wins that they do, you have to give them something eventually, at least in just a competitive sporting, aspect.
Well, that's what this match was. Yeah. I mean, hell, they kept going after Bowen's knee.
So I think this may just be the
isolating him.
Dude, yeah, the way this thing was booked, it was like this was set perfectly for them to win this match, to come up on the winning end.
No.
Like I said, with Bowen selling the knee, and Caster being taken out of the match constantly, and Bowen's basically going on it, on his own for a while. Considering they I think Swerve at least, was kind of cutting a heelish promo about Bowens being the weak link.
Oh, see, I mean, throughout the night, it seemed like they Swerve and Keith Lee at some point was just like, I'm playing heel.
Yeah, they were mocking him a little bit.
That even followed through in the media scrum, at least with Swerve. It's coming, Swerve, man. It's coming on Dynamite. It's got to come.
Tonight, Swerve did the same thing.
Yeah.
Caster came out, to cut his little rap, and he didn't get a word out before Swerve came out and cut his little promo. Oh, did they? Big time. But yeah, I mean, Swerve is definitely heelish.
Yeah. But
Keith Lee, probably not so much, but
I think it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen at Grand Slam, I think, with more eyes on them when it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for sure. Like, if this wasn't an eye-opener that, this is what what people want.
Yeah.
Because, again, I feel like Swerve and Keith kind of became Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus during their run. It fizzled out, and it fizzled out quick.
Yeah, it was never really exciting.
And in a way, I think No, and I think
people just wanted him to have the win from Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus because A, their run was pretty vanilla, and 2, people really like Keith Lee.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Swerve's good, but
I think there just might have been pressure.
I think of the two
when they both came in, that maybe they just had too many other things going on that they didn't have enough time or enough storyline to fit both of them into their own separate things, and just threw them together to make sure that they can at least continue to get them on television in some kind of important way. Because Keith Lee, fans love Keith
I'm sure
Lee.
You're paying him the money to have to justify.
Yeah, exactly. And the best way I think they saw to do that was they knew they were coming out with the trio belts, so they knew they had plans for the Bucks and
in
Omega.
all reality.
So you keep them on TV, and I mean, you can break them up now. That especially with all this other shit going on, you might have time to get somebody else on the camera.
And it makes sense. I mean, all told, besides the originals that came over from WWE, years ago, they haven't done much with the signings. They ain't done dick with Athena. They're just now doing something with Toni Storm. They didn't do dick with Ruby Soho, which was fine with me. They really didn't. They've completely wasted Adam Cole. To me, I mean, I know he's hurt, but you wasted him. Kyle O'Reilly is out indefinitely because he had neck surgery. Bobby Fish is out because they didn't renew his contract because I didn't realize the fucker was 47 years old.
I just saw something. He's having a match against somebody.
I won't fight you, punk.
Yeah, but he's not. I mean, he's done with AEW.
Oh, no, he just wants to fight him for real.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. But no, like he's out. So now Red Dragon's done.
Yeah.
Cole's hurt. I don't know what you do with him when he comes back. I mean, all these fairly recent, big signings, you haven't done anything with them worth justifying like the hype.
Daniel Bryan.
So,
ooh.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan's a different.
You motherfuckers! It's Bryan Danielson.
Asshole. No, I mean Danielson's a different story. He went into AEW knowing full well, or with the expectation that I'm just here to help. Like, in whatever you want me to do, I don't need to do anything crazy other than help me put over the young guys. Now, granted, he's doing crazy shit because he's fucking nuts, but
dude,
he's a totally different story.
He's not stopped since he came in. He came in.
No, and I thought they were gonna, and I thought he was gonna take it easy. Yeah, and I'm thinking he's gonna take it easy, but no, I mean he's a totally different story.
See,
like he didn't.
I tell my bosses that
the only reason he came is because he was gonna have the opportunity to wrestle, which WWE just wouldn't let him do for obvious reasons.
I was going to say, I tell my bosses that whenever I start a new job, that I'm just here for the company. I'm here to teach the new guys so they eventually give me the world. It's a trick. It's a trick.
Hey, look, I'm already hoping that this tournament that is going on comes down to Mox and Danielson, and Danielson goes over because I don't want Mox to have the fucking belt, but I also don't want Jericho to have the belt.
Well, I already killed my dream of fucking Darby versus Danielson, so
yeah, and Sammy ain't winning the belt, so
no, he's gonna be facing Moxley, so Moxley hopefully.
Oh, he's gonna fucking murder him.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him, which is great.
He is not a happy camper right now.
I didn't get to watch tonight. I just saw clips and bits and pieces.
Yeah, I don't know if I ended up posting the promo and the opening.
Yeah, I was going to say we can talk about the promo at the end
on the channel, and it was actually pretty good. But
boy,
yeah. Anyway, so this match ended up being fucking fantastic in every conceivable way. This was probably match of the night, with a fucked up, blown finish.
Wait, which one?
The wrong team won.
Okay.
Swerve in Our Glory and the
Okay. I was
Acclaim.
making sure we're still on that. I was like, hold on.
But to me, it was match
you
of the
didn't
night.
like him a few minutes ago, but then I forgot when we looked at the pay-per-view overall, we weren't that impressed.
No, but this was like the match of the night.
No, I think what Wesley's getting at is like the match was good. It's just like the wrong people won to him.
The wrong fucking people won. Like I don't know how you don't change that in the middle. I don't know how you don't call it audible.
Because I think,
don't, but
I mean, and I don't know. I think personally, like fucking TV is more lucrative than pay-per-view, and that's where that's where you want them to win.
Another thing they did with Keith Lee.
I guess, man, but I mean, you know, I'd also spent my hard-earned money
to see what I want to fucking see.
See what I want to see.
I get that, but this is like this particular match is
like
the best match on the
Give
card.
Me what I want,
and you need to look at fucking the Elite and look at Punk for fucking wasting your money because that's where it's fucking at. Yeah. That's.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there. We're almost there.
Jesus Christ.
We had the little thing between Swerve and Keith too. Is Keith held up to Billy Gunn the scissors, and he got himself a scissor with daddy ass, whereas Swerve shook him off and was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it." Like he's like, "Fuck y'all." so they're giving us hints of heel and face turmoil.
Well, you know, they had the miscommunication in the middle of the match where Keith like bowled Swerve over by mistake. So,
and I think Swerve kicked Keith Lee at some point.
Yeah, that's the story. That's been the story of the whole team from.
They did it a few weeks ago, also.
So, yeah,
they give each other a lot of leeway.
Yeah, no shit. Next up was the Fatal 4-Way for the AEW Interim Women's World Championship. Toni Storm versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida. The role model. This one actually wasn't bad either.
Oh, it was a little sloppy.
From what I recall. It got
when they started doing the transitional stuff where they're all working together and coordinating with each other, and that's when it stopped being a fight. It got sloppy. Their timing was all off.
Hey, Shida didn't take the pin.
No, but they did.
Dude, I was pissed when they rode her out of that match. I was like, "You gotta be fucking
brought
kidding
her
me.
back.
Like, this is how this is gonna go."
And
then she comes back with both the fucking.
And she can barely swing.
She's
she can barely swing
on
him around. Like,
but she's hit everybody. She didn't give a fuck.
And I guess I forget. In like matches like these, there's no disqualification. And just.
Correct.
Roll up and just start beating people with kendo sticks.
You can do whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever.
Yeah, while Britt was choking Toni Storm out in the middle of the ring with with a garrote, it was just like, oh man. They're like, oh, there's 3 referees up on the ramp. Nobody's in the ring. Why? Do your job. Let the other 2. Whenever they do these multi-person matches, the refs they choose to do them are like the biggest fucking idiots.
But, was it Remsburg?
Yeah, there was 3 of them, so good chance he was one of them.
Oh.
It's always Remsburg.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I mean, the match, it ended exactly like this is the only one I got right. That there was no way Toni Storm wasn't winning this match.
They had. I thought
built it and built it.
I really thought they had Britt beating Hayter.
Now this will be the only time that whenever they do this unification, Tony's winning this belt.
Yeah,
I don't think they're not letting Thunder keep it.
The crowd was really behind Hayter.
Yes,
when she almost got that win. Dude, the crowd
was behind her too.
Everybody you see in the background, everybody's arms were up, going "Rah!" And I was like, "Damn!"
She got an ass ton of Jamie Hayter chance, and that was the only other thing in this match that we were hoping would kind of happen a little bit. What?
Nothing. She's got an ass that Jamie Hayter. I don't know.
Oh well,
like,
she does.
Jamie Hayter is an
does.
asset to the company.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Now the good thing is that there is finally dissension within the ranks, so hopefully that'll allow Hayter to finally move her
dental
ass
assistants.
On out. How long have they been teasing that? Fucking.
I don't feel like long enough.
Dude, it was teased like it was like a long time ago, but then they
kind of dropped it.
Yeah, they dropped it, and then I guess they picked it back up.
Well, I mean, you couldn't make it any more obvious on this, like
yeah,
straight up. But I'm hoping they allow her to go off on her own. Like, I don't want them to like kiss and make up.
They were. I remember them on commentary talking about how Tony Storm had recently gotten like some kind of dental surgery done. I was like, did she use Britt Baker? What's going on with that?
She probably does.
Might as well. Shit, do it on the road. They yeah, they need to go ahead and break them up. I need my women's tag team champions. And I need it to be Sky Blue and Hayter. I just think they're very talented in the ring, and I love watching their abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is that what you think?
Yes.
I mean, I don't disagree. Very talented. Tony Storm wins. She's the new interim champion.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus. Jungle Boy Christian Cage.
God.
I have nothing to say. Like,
well,
nothing.
It turns out Christian Cage is injured and needs surgery.
Really?
That explains a lot then. That explains why they did what they did.
Yeah.
So now he has a Pokemon.
Well, I have context.
Yeah, he's going to call Luchasaurus out. He's
got a shiny Dragonite. Yes.
Nice. Fucking Luchasaurus, the big show here.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Yeah, because as soon as Christian's healed up, he'll be right back with Jungle Boy. But no, with that context in mind, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And that's
until Marco Stunt shows up to reunite all three.
Sense.
And make them see reason.
Nope. Leave him out of this.
Dwarf dong sucker.
Hey, y'all are wrong.
Hey,
look, that man tried.
He shouldn't have done anything. He shouldn't have gone to Japan and done that.
What did he do?
That was the one where he was in a match where, like, to lose, he had to like get boned in the face with a strap on.
Oh, hey.
Okay, no, he watched our next match, which was a singles match between Lionheart Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson.
Oh, Jericho, I hate you. I'm so tired of Jericho, bro.
Fucking shitty. Yeah.
He's got to have the last word.
But at least I'll say he seems like he's a professional, even though he fucking going over all the people that I would prefer.
Like, why does he have to keep winning? What does Jericho need in his career still?
I think he knew the outcome of our Lights Out match. So it was okay to take the win because he's just going to lose next week for Jericho Danielson.
I knew it was bad.
I guess... Like, I don't think we're going to talk about Dynamite tonight, at least not like this. But apparently in his promo, he said, I'm going to be facing Danielson next week if he can get through fucking whoever he fought. I forgot who he fought. Fucking Hangman.
Hangman.
Yeah,
which
like
Hangman lost.
He kind of spoiled it before it happened.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, then my boy Danny Bryanson. I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad news when he came out and the music started and he came out with Machine Pistol Kelly. Oh man. Who was that?
Yeah.
I've never been
what.
sadder since Shinsuke came out and they brought out that rapper for WrestleMania and ruined his song forever.
The only way I'll accept Daniel Bryan is if he's referred to Planet's champion, Daniel Bryan.
With his hemp belt.
There you go.
Should have bought that thing when they had it on sale. When they were selling it on WWE Shop for ridiculous amounts of money.
Why get that one, man, when you could have got that Fiend belt? That
Absolutely not.
That prestige belt.
Absolutely not. I think the only reason that if I would have ever considered getting that stupid fucking belt is because I think Tom Savini was the one that made it. And if you don't know who that is...
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's a fucking fantastic special effects wizard for like a lot of horror and zombie movies.
I think that's the guy.
He didn't do Nemesis in Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse, huh?
I don't think so, no. I'm not sure.
Because that's the worst I've ever seen.
Don't quote me on it.
It's terrible.
I don't know. I doubt it.
I was personally affronted by that.
He did a lot of, I think, like a lot of George Romero.
Yeah, I've seen a documentary. I'm pretty sure that's him.
The guy's
they had like a documentary
phenomenal.
Little miniseries, like 2 episodes, where they go through how all the monsters are made and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah, the guy's fucking incredible for practical effects.
Anyway,
it was a fucked up looking belt.
Yeah.
It was definitely fucked up looking.
Oh yeah. Made specifically to Vince McMahon.
Should have had the circles should have had little mouths that
grandchild's drawing, I'm sure. Lionheart Chris Jericho goes over.
Yes.
Once again.
I'm so glad a good young talent like Lionheart Chris Jericho is on the rise. Man,
he's an up and comer.
It's so great to watch a guy grow like that.
Yeah. And, much props to Danielson for putting him over.
Yeah. Good looking out.
Bullshit.
Next match.
Jeez. And House of Black. Here we go. House of Black. Malachi Black.
Here's another fucking train wreck.
Brody King and Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin, Sting, and the Redeemer Miro. First off, where the fuck was Miro at the end of this match? Why wasn't it fucking Miro that made the pin?
They beat him up and threw him out.
Because Miro was pissed and fucking was already on the stage by the time the hand came down for the 3 count.
Oh, by the way,
he was fucking gone.
It's rumored that Malachi Black has been granted a conditional release.
Yes.
So he's no longer going to be anywhere near AEW.
Correct. So what the fuck do you do with Brody King, Julia Hart, and Buddy Matthews now?
Nothing.
Because
you just fucking wipe this pay-per-view off the fucking map.
Well, here's the solution. Julia Hart, go back to the Varsity Blondes. Kiss and makeup.
Fuck that.
I don't care how y'all fucking do it. I really don't give a shit.
No.
Buddy Matthews can go fucking kick rocks because I don't see anything in him. I never did. And Brody King, I don't have any issues super impressed. With I don't have much. I don't. But I'm also like,
I just don't know what to do with him.
But I don't know if that has to do with the whole House of Black thing because I'm very indifferent to that.
Because I really liked his matches with Darby, outside of when he's Darby to me had a point when he was separate from the House of Black, Brody King and Buddy Matthews were more successful or had more success with Black out the picture.
Right.
And that image.
And Black was a house of fire when he was by himself.
And him with that image of fucking choking out Darby and just Darby dangling off the ringside. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Add him to my list of post WWE superstars that got signed that they've done dick all with. Malachi Black. He came in like a house of fire, had that one feud with Cody.
No, they've been doing shit with him. I just haven't cared for any of it.
What has he done that has had any kind of impact on the show at all whatsoever?
No, I mean,
besides what he did with Cody.
It doesn't matter like what kind of impact he's had. He's been booked. Like he's been fucking booked. Like
to lose.
He's been on the fucking show.
You've done nothing with him.
And he hasn't really used his talent to win anything.
I mean, I guess I don't know why I'm arguing with you because I don't give a shit about it. I didn't give a shit about the House of Black to begin with.
I mean, that's been the worst part to me is even with as talented and all the ability that he has, they don't use any of that to win or put him over. They use this fucking mist. It's kind of like Asuka. You see, everybody knows how talented Asuka is. Why does she have to win by spitting green shit in people's face?
Same reason that Sting had to win by shooting black shit.
Then they had Sting do it, which Sting's 89 years old, and you couldn't even see it. I was like, they were like, "Oh, he spit the mist," and I'm like, "Where?"
Yeah, I had to go back, and when they showed the replay, I was like, "Oh,
there's a drip.
I see it, kind of, maybe." They added it in post real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, this was.
He did, however, hold on to the Scorpion Deathlock and did no
one person.
Couple of things.
One person came in without face paint, and that is the God.
I was very disappointed by that.
Miro.
I was very disappointed. He should have.
6 of them. 5 of them had face paint.
Something.
I'm like, God damn.
But again, this is another one that was just, dude. He really didn't do much.
Just putting him in shit and then having them eliminate him from the action, and then he never redeems anything. He's just redeeming these nuts.
And he's the only one that's had a successful TV run since like Darby Allin, since fucking Cody Rhodes. Like,
right?
Jesus Christ!
It's just another guy that they don't know what to do with. Like,
now that Malachi's gone, maybe him and Brody, like, that could be some pretty good matches. 2 big men pounding each other.
I wouldn't mind seeing a quick feud between them before he moves on to bigger and better things.
They need to give him something that sticks a little bit, that we can get to see him like really wrestle and beat some ass. Like, it's been disappointing.
Well, fuck. I mean, shit. You got.
Is he not in this Champions tournament?
He is not.
What the fuck?
It's literally Sammy, Darby, Jericho, Moxley, Adam Page, and Bryan Danielson. That was it.
Is that really the...
And Mox and Jericho had a bye. Like, they don't fight anybody until next week, and I don't know what their criteria was for that.
So Danielson's has not even been a champion for the company. He's just...
No. He's just been a champion.
Man.
And that's the whole thing. Like, that was the other thing. It was like they were putting up, like, statistics on the bracket, and it's like, 7-time world champion, Chris Jericho. I'm going, so you're counting cumulative? Because he's definitely not been a 7-time champion in AEW.
Right.
So is that why him and Mox got a bye? Because they have the most champion reigns between all the people in this tournament?
AEW is going way out of its way and doing too much to pay too much attention to WWE lately. It's driving me fucking batshit.
And like, I get you're in a bind, but how are you going to leave off fucking Miro? I just thought about that as we were sitting here talking about. How are you going to leave off Miro and include Bryan Danielson, who has not even
shut your mouth. You shut your mouth
yet, dude. Hey, look, I want Bryan Danielson in there.
There's some others I'd rather take out of there.
That's fine.
Sammy, Darby.
Yeah, I'd take Jericho out. I'd take Sammy out. Darby can stay because he's fucking Darby Allin, and he's going to get killed by somebody.
I'd have taken Mox out.
Yeah.
He's had his he's had his time.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that he would care.
I think he'd be perfectly okay with it. I mean, I don't know. I know Wes is a fan of Mox, but like, dude, I mean, I'm a fan of Mox, yes, he should not have been in this. He should not have been in this tournament if Miro's the one that's getting left out. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, well, here's the other thing, too. Like, if you really want to go, like, really fucking batshit crazy, driving yourself nuts thinking about this stuff, you've had how many world champions total since the company started?
5.
Okay.
Depending on how
those
many you
are
count the past 2
AEW
weeks.
originals? Hangman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so
now you do this tournament
like,
of champions.
Are you saying someone that's been at AEW from the very beginning, or someone who has
I'm talking
not been
about
in
somebody
WWE?
I am talking about somebody who has not been to WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Hangman has been your only champion that has been like your original, who wasn't a WWE signee or a cast off or whatever
What about
you want to
Omega?
call him. Omega's never been, and he's not in the tournament.
Yeah, he has.
He's been champion.
What do you mean he's never been? Oh, well,
but he's never been to WWE.
Well, he's suspended now. But yeah, he beat Moxley for the championship.
Yeah.
Winner is coming.
Oh, that's true. Okay, fine. All right, 2.
But he's suspended, so that's why he's not.
Yeah, so that doesn't count.
Right.
So it doesn't count. So you look at the people they threw in this tournament. Jericho.
He was trying to get Larry out of that shit. You assholes. Jesus
You're
Christ.
jumping on the timeline.
Yes.
But no, Jericho. He's been there since day one, but he was a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Moxley, WWE guy. Danielson, technically a WWE guy. Who else? Who am I missing? There was somebody else. I guess that was it. No, that was it. But then you have Hangman, Darby, and Sammy. Neither one of those 3 were ever going to fucking win the belt.
No.
Hangman was the only one that had a shot, but he's done because Danielson beat him tonight. So Sammy and Darby ain't winning the fucking belt.
Sammy and Darby,
they don't need to be there.
Fuck off, man. Jesus
neither
Christ.
one of them need to be there.
No,
at all. Whatsoever.
But I would have liked to have seen Darby.
All right, yeah. You know what? I'll give you that.
Go further.
I will give you that.
To the finals, because I mean,
I'll give you that.
The dude is willing to kill himself to entertain
Darby belongs.
me.
But that's also why you
Sammy
can't give him the belt, though.
Sammy,
I'm not saying give him the belt,
but I mean to make it believable. Everybody knows Darby's whole gimmick is he's going to kill himself before he fucking defends that thing. He's going to fall out of a helicopter.
I'm not saying
because that's because he's going to try to do a backflip on a tricycle off the roof of his house or some shit.
I'm not saying give him the belt. I'm saying fucking have Danielson and Darby in the fucking finals for Danielson.
I'd be fine with. I would have been fine with that, but of course that's been ruined now since
it's
been spoiled already. But Sammy ain't going nowhere.
And then even still,
he'll never hold that fucking belt.
Even still, you don't put Moxley in it. You put Miro in it. Well, then you have Darby versus Miro, which I'll watch that again.
That'd be a good story.
I mean, fuck. Ugh.
I don't know.
I get it. Fucking, he leans on Moxley a lot. He leans on Jericho a lot. Jesus
I am coming
Christ.
for you.
They are your locker room leaders.
Yeah.
Like they are your true locker room guys.
Again, going outside, like Dynamite, apparently before Dynamite, they had a big meeting with the talent, and it was Jericho, Moxley, and Danielson that led that meeting.
Yeah.
So.
And both Moxley and Jericho sort of kind of kept referring to the locker room during their promos. They came out there with a fucking purpose tonight.
Right.
It was a good show. Anyway, so now let's get to our semi-main event. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
So I sent y'all. I saw the entrance to this match, and I saw the ending to this match. I fell asleep in the middle of it, and then after everything else happened, I was like, I'm not going back to fucking watch this thing. So y'all can tell me what happened because it is a fucking waste of time.
The important bits are Punk basically did not sell the foot. He was wearing the white long boys, so you knew he was going to bleed, which he did. Moxley did not bleed.
He did
However,
not.
He did not. However, he did consume some of Punk's blood. So there's that.
I did remember seeing that.
I hate when they do that.
Which, yes, even made me cringe. Like,
Tony, come get your boys, dude.
And if I was Renee at home, I'd be going, dude.
I think she's complained about that before.
She has.
Yeah, do not touch me. Do not touch me until you go get tested for everything.
Moxley pox.
But, I mean, the match was actually probably my second favorite match of the night. Overall,
for the main event.
It was fine. It wasn't great. I'm not going to call it like a 5-star match, but it was entertaining. It set out what it, I think, originally intended to do, back before everything got all muddy. But, the crowd was split, which was entertaining to listen to.
I had an issue with that.
But Punk won, which is exactly the way it was always gonna end.
I didn't like the split crowd with the whole plan they made with Cleveland and Chicago. And then in Chicago at the main event, they're like, CM Punk, let's go Mox. And it's like, y'all going for the wrong dude. Kind of mixed. But if you looked in the crowd, if you look in the crowd, the guys right there, everybody was chanting both things.
By the way, just as an aside, when we were talking about last show about how Punk kind of went off the cuff and called that and said that guy he had more screws in his foot than that guy's had sex or got laid. There's a reason. The reason he said it was to shut the guy down because he's trying to start a Colt Cabana chant.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
There's the context to that, which at this point I can basically go off of this match. Punk wins. That
dude was the catalyst just go straight for fucking Punk's outburst.
The whole thing. Which we can now go into our actual main event that you had to pay $0.00 for. Which was everything that happened during the media scrum after the show. Who wants to start this thing off?
I only saw a little bit of it. I don't have the whole story on all of it. So I'm gonna need y'all to
pretty much
walk me through a little bit.
They come back with Punk, and he immediately starts going in on this reporter, just about supposedly being friends with fucking Colt Cabana, and he's like, I'm not friends with him. And you're like, oh. And then he just fucking
and then he goes, like, he's sitting down. He's still covered in blood. He's got the towel over his shoulders. He's eating like a muffin the entire fucking 30 minutes he's talking. And he's just going on about how,
to me, he sounded pretty fucking childish when he started referring to fucking Hangman as empty-headed and he's fucking
empty-headed dipshit.
Yeah, it's like, man, like, dude.
And he works with a bunch of children and he's tired of working with children. But he basically goes on and on about how, according to him anyway, just these are his words, basically talking about how, he didn't even want to talk about any of this stuff and he hates to even bring it up. It's shit that he hasn't dealt with in years. But everybody keeps trying to bring it up, so here we go.
He brought it up. He brought it up at the very beginning of the fucking scrum.
He brought it fucking up about Colt and how they haven't been friends in like a decade, about the lawsuit that they had going on together, against WWE or one of their doctors or something. It's been so long now. But talks about how Colt doesn't have any fucking money and
he shares a bank account with his mom.
Shares a bank account with his mom. And he doesn't want to have anything to do with him. He hasn't had anything to do with him in years. And basically accusing I really don't think he was throwing Kenny under the bus. I think he's mostly like got this thing with the Bucks.
Yeah.
But basically calling them out, saying that they're the ones that are leaking the information out. to all the dirt sheets.
Which Sean Ross Sapp and Dave Meltzer have both said that that's not true.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, well, I don't trust.
Yeah, they're
not
gonna.
either,
They're not gonna
so.
come out and say, "Look, this is deep throat. This is where I'm getting my information."
Supposedly, all roads from the Bucks lead to one of those two guys.
And I think it could be
apparently
people making
supposedly
because they troll.
Supposedly a very well known fact.
And
it's all
people are also assuming this because they troll, like, since fucking their PWG days, they've been trolling people with the Meltzer driver because that's what they fucking do. But dude, he seemed unhinged. Like, he was just like wild. And the voice that he had was fucking deep as hell. It was like talking like this. It was like, what the fuck happened here?
Choking on.
Fucking Miro's God came in and possessed the fucking punk and shit. I was like,
you could tell that to me anyway, you could tell like he was highly fucking annoyed. Like he was talking, like I feel like he was legitimately talking about things that he didn't really want to talk about. But I guess in his own mind, he felt like maybe just throwing it all out there would do him some good. To just be like, okay, yeah, this is what's going on and this is what happened, and like, let's be fucking done with it.
Also says, if you have a problem with me, come speak to me face to face.
Right.
Well,
right.
We know how that went down.
So,
gotta keep your arms up.
After all of that, all of this is reporting and speculation because nobody's got the whole fucking story on this. But supposedly, after that happened, he leaves and he goes in his locker room, and the Young Bucks super kick the door in.
Super kick party! Boom!
Depending on who you talk to, they either super kicked the door in or they knocked very politely. And
Kenny right behind him.
Punk. And in the story... in the story where they super kick the door, they're the aggressors and Punk's defending.
Hell yeah!
himself.
Somebody kicks my door in. I'm shooting.
In the story where they very politely knocked on the door to go speak to him, as soon as they opened the door, they didn't get a word out, and Punk just started fucking wailing on him. So ain't no telling where the middle ground is in all this.
No, but I will say is like, I mean, everybody seems to at least come to the conclusion that the neutral party that was there was the head of legal of AEW. I forget her actual position. But I can't see the Young Bucks going in fucking super kicking. I say super kicking.
I mean that's an exaggeration.
Yes. I love the image. I love the image.
But I can see
super kicking the fucking door down, but
takes the boot off.
No, but I could see them being angry enough that they would kick the door in. Like, like we need to hash this out like right this fucking minute, very aggressively.
Have you ever tried to kick one of those stadium doors in, bro? Those aren't like doors, bro.
No, I never have. I don't know.
those little men did not kick that door open.
I don't care.
No.
They could. Who knows? Ultimately, at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter how it happened. Point is that it happened. In the middle of all this, Larry the dog is in distress. So Kenny Omega goes to remove the dog from the situation and gets bit, but not by the dog. Supposedly Ace Steel bit him and pulled his hair for no reason, I guess. Kenny was just trying to remove the dog from the situation.
So apparently for Ace Steel, like his wife was in the locker room with Punk, who has a broken leg. And he was trying
to keep her out of harm's way and make sure she doesn't get hurt, he chucks a fucking chair at somebody.
Right. So it's
what?
Something along the lines of boom, they knocked on the door. I don't know, probably were aggressive about it. Or at least fucking loud and obnoxious about knocking on the door. They came in. Somebody started throwing punches. I think Punk's side said it was Matt Jackson. The other side says it was Punk. fucking Nick Jackson trying to stop things, gets a chair thrown and gets hit in the eye with the chair. Meanwhile, Kenny.
Now here's the part.
Kenny's trying to evacuate Larry, who's flipping out. The only real one in the fucking whole situation.
Now here's the other fucked up part of this whole
being. All this happening in front of the legal person of fucking AEW.
But here's the even more fucked up part about the whole thing. You also had Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa, and Christopher Daniels in there trying to break the shit up, and they get suspended. And recording.
Pat Buck too, who's a producer.
Yeah. He's filming it for being the elite.
And I sent it to.
But no, like
I sent it on a message
these four
earlier.
guys who are.
Somebody commented on Reddit, said, "Release the Cutler cut."
But no, so like these four guys that are sitting there trying to break the shit up, who have nothing to do with anything, they get in trouble too.
This
what the fuck?
Well, I mean, they probably threw punches or something somewhere. I don't know. Maybe trying to defend.
I don't know, man.
Who knows, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody knows a fucking thing. We know that the Elite and Punk
are suspended.
Well, the Elite are suspended. Punk
is supposedly seriously injured, which is tell me that you're suspended without telling me you're suspended. But yeah, he's supposedly seriously injured.
Christopher Daniels, Pat Buck, and Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa are all suspended as well. And there's
it's fucking crazy
investigation going on. Meanwhile, tonight, Tony announces that the belts have been vacated.
Okay. Well, before we started recording, I told you who they need to interview. And it's Larry.
Well, I don't think technology is there yet, sir.
He's got the story. Tell me, boy. Tell me what happened.
This whole thing.
I don't like that because he's going to be coached by CM Punk. I don't like that.
This whole thing is so bizarre. The fight sounds so crazy. There's so many details to it that it's like, it's still a small part of me is like,
there was a report.
It's so crazy. That definitely had to happen. You can't make this shit up. And then a large part of me is like,
there's a report that the police were called out, and then the police were like, "No, bro, nobody talked to us. Like, we never came out." Like, you have no idea what to believe. Like,
no,
none. You have no idea what's true.
No, and what makes me believe that this is real is like if it was, and I told Wesley this before we started recording, but if it was anybody else involved in this and CM Punk wasn't in the center of it, I would think it's a work. But because it's fucking Punk, and it seems like he's legendary at holding grudges.
He is legendary at holding grudges.
This definitely seems like a shoot, and it ruined the show for me. It was like, this is just bullshit.
There's just so much going on. There's a legal person. There's people biting people. There's super kicks. There's dogs. It's like, goddamn. Like, how many elements do you need to this fight? Like, oh man, I'm leaning work.
I don't know, man. Judging that, maybe you'd feel different if you watched that media scrum. Like
I do. Yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
He was something else.
He was definitely just odd.
And somebody had mentioned, like, maybe he was like just
like, it was very. He was just like very. The only word I can come up with is he was very detached.
Yeah,
it was just like very nonchalant, very matter of fact, just
burying the top stars of the company. Fucking sitting right next to Tony Khan, talking about how he runs the fucking company, how he's trying to run a fucking company. Talking about Punk himself, not Tony Khan. Fucking Tony Khan is sitting there like, dude,
Tony doesn't know what to do.
Like, you got to get a hold of your shit, man.
And again, the more I watch, and I could be wrong, but the more I watch Tony and the more I watch his mannerisms, he's atypical. And I just don't think he knows how to handle the situation. All told.
I guess it's best that the fucking legal expert in AEW was there at the time, because holy shit.
Yeah.
Man.
But, you know, it's one of those things where, like, do I really think that it's something that Punk should be fired over? I don't think so, personally. But at the same time, like, how do you keep him on the roster at this point?
Right.
Like, how is it even possible for these people to be professional in any way, shape, or form?
Right.
Even though Eddie Kingston doesn't like CM Punk, he was professional enough to, like, for them to handle their business. But he said it a million times that he doesn't like Punk either. But, you know, he's at least professional enough to do whatever they got to do.
Well,
in the ring if they got a story or whatever. But I don't see Punk and the Bucks
like
ever getting along.
No. And like somehow fucking the Sammy and Kingston thing happened, and just so happened to be precedent for what would happen in this situation. Except this is like fucking far more extreme. You got like 6 people, 7 people, and a dog involved. Like what?
It just sounds so dumb. It really does. These are fucking adults.
And dude, so all right. And outside of that, like Punk,
grown-ass
even if he
people that
does
make
come
millions
back,
of dollars.
even if he is gone, he better not step foot by the championship ever again, because this motherfucker is cursed. He is cursed to not hold the championship.
Yeah, I don't think he could be trusted to hold the belt ever again.
No.
And then at that point, what do you do with him?
Right.
I mean, he obviously feels like, and to a certain extent is a big star, like he is. You can't deny it. But
he also seems like a toxic presence.
Yeah.
So
he's definitely.
He's not Jericho.
Clearly.
He's not Daniel Bryan. But he's you can't just bump him down the card.
He's a guy
and get your worth out of him.
No, you can't. And he's a guy that, for better or for worse, took 7 years away from the ring. Hasn't been anywhere close to what he was before he retired or left the business the first time. And now you're bit by the injury bug, so now you're injury prone because you are older. So, this is twice that you've tried to course correct and put the belt on the guy, and it, by some fucking stroke of horrific bad luck, both times you win the fucking belt, you don't even get your first defense in.
That tweet I saw today.
You don't even hold it for 24 hours.
He went from "I love these young kids" to "fuck these kids," real quick. Oh man,
but that's the whole thing. Like, I think his entire rant and his entire beef is with those two guys. I don't think it's with everybody else.
Yeah, and friends are going to stick up for friends, and
it just so happens that those two guys are EVPs, and yeah, friends stick with friends, but
friends bite others.
Man, yes,
I'm not gonna lie either. I think
weird.
It was a little weird. Again, maybe I'm looking too hard into where they were. I think it was a little weird that at the end of the pay-per-view, you're talking about him maybe being disconnected and pissy with people and shit. But they were in Chicago. He won the belt in a pretty good match against Mox, bleeding all over the place to end the show. And then they bring out MJF, and MJF got the biggest pop of the night in Chicago. A guy that Punk was supposed to have buried months ago.
Yeah, but
the crowd went from Punk's back, yeah, we're Chicago, to whoa, the guy he hates.
Because Chicago is Chicago. Chicago, and their fan base are very
I just felt like they could have revealed him on Dynamite.
And they tend to like their heels usually. And I think the fans have been clamoring for MJF to come back.
Yeah,
for a while now. And I mean, what better place to bring him back than a place with a fan base that is
my thing with the mask reveal was everybody who's watching the pay-per-view is already watching the pay-per-view. You're not getting any more people to tune in because you teased this masked guy in the beginning of the pay-per-view. You want everybody to start talking about it.
Yeah, I think that's something that they probably
and then when Wednesday comes up, the first segment that they do is the big mask reveal. and everybody's going to be tuning in because they want to know who
I'm kind of
it was.
glad. I guess I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Oh, because he couldn't cut that promo that he did.
He could have, just minus the wearing the
damn
jersey
good promo.
and shit.
Dude, he had he had bought.
They were in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Thank you.
He came out in the Buffalo
dude,
jersey.
He had Buffalo eating out of the fucking palm of his. Again, he had them eating out of the palm of his fucking hand. Cheers galore.
And then Mox shows up, and Mox is like, "Oh, you're lying," and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right, I'm lying." Like, oh,
yeah, you're right. Okay. This is a piece of shit town.
Fuck these people.
It's like,
yeah, Josh Allen's a shitty fucking quarterback.
He really long played that one. I was like, cool. It's like Moxley's not that intimidating.
But you know what though, like, but what's great is like, he really could fucking long play it if he wanted to. He's that good at it.
Yeah, he's got like the potential. I feel like the potential of The Rock back in the day, where he's a heel. Then at some point he just becomes a babyface because people won't stop fucking cheering for him.
I mean, that's what happened for Stone Cold.
And he may
also
eventually get that.
Stone Cold wasn't really supposed to be a face.
Yeah, he may eventually get that organic babyface turn that he's not asking for or ever wants. He's just not going to have a fucking choice.
Yeah. And honestly, it's like there's not
just
many.
Stop booing him.
And again, my time watching this stuff, there's a 20-year gap in between me watching this shit. But like, he's the only person that I see nowadays that kind of fits that bill. Like, I mean, Kenny Omega is, I mean, dude's Kenny Omega. I understand why he's a star and he's great. But like, man, the kind of shit MJF is just great. And I was fucking waiting for him. And then when he came out as the Joker, didn't reveal himself, I was like, that's got to be MJF. I mean, we were texting each other during the thing. Right immediately after you said MJF, Wesley, I was right behind you.
Yep.
So that's got to be MJF.
My buddy messaged me, and he was like, you can't tell me, that's not MJF. Look at the walk. They were like, you can't. Right. He's like, you can't imitate. Like, that's a unique walk. That's MJF for sure.
And that song, yeah.
But so after all this insanity, after the lights out match, we get a couple little things. Nothing was really put out in the public, at least from Tony Khan's side or AEW side, until right before Dynamite tonight, when he was going to address that both the trios titles are now vacated, and the heavyweight championship is now vacated, which they already crowned new trios champs in the Death Triangle, which I still feel is the wrong choice. It should have been
just like that snap of a finger. Vacant is now the Bloodline.
Yes,
they hold all the title. He holds all the titles,
and then basically,
well, he's world champion
and trios champion.
Yeah, at the moment he is the world champion.
But
no. We have new trios.
They got new trios champion
and women's champion.
No, the opening match for Dynamite tonight crowned new trios champs. It was Death Triangle versus the Best Friends.
Oh yeah, I saw the Danhausen Best Friends promo on All Out, where Danhausen came out and he's like, yes, we put our hands in. Okay. Go.
Well, it's a good thing we set this match up before fucking Wednesday.
Yeah, what are the odds? Huh? It's that long-term booking. But
what a mess.
Now, going back to talking about Miro and not having much to do. If Death Triangle is now the trios champions, I don't feel bad about Pac potentially losing the All Pacific belt, who he could lose to Miro.
That could be a good match.
Yeah.
It would be a fucking fantastic match. But I wouldn't feel bad about Pac losing the belt because he's a double champion right now.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to beat a man who has God on his side?
And I didn't.
He doesn't have God on his side.
No, he's feuding with God right now.
I thought God was like his minion or something now. I can't keep up.
Oh, no. Him and God got beef.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean,
his God has forsaken him.
He's kept him away from his beautiful wife, his hot wife.
And cursed him with a fragile neck.
Yeah. No, he's in deep with a feud with God.
Yeah, he's totally not with it.
And I am coming for you, Darby Allin, the abuser of the self-abuser, Darby Allin. I will redeem you. We need it.
But yeah, so this is all this shit's all fucked up right now. But I don't know, just Dynamite was Dynamite. It was actually pretty good. They set up some stuff. They kind of cleared up a few things. Now Penelope Ford is probably injured again because Toni Storm, I think, knocked her block off with the hip.
She needs to chill the fuck out with that, man.
Either she was hurt right before that or definitely after that.
My God damn.
Yeah, it makes you cringe every time.
Comes at you fast.
Yeah. But yeah, what else did they do? They set up the rematch for the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory. For 2 weeks from now.
They straight up we didn't go all the way through the MJF promo. After Mox came out, he shat on the fans. He started the whole maybe it'll be the war of 2024 when I go over to a better company who's run by real bosses with my buddy Triple H. Like he was.
No, with his best friend Cody Rhodes.
Oh man!
Because as my mentor once said, or somebody really important once said, that's best for business.
Fucking crazy.
I was like, He ain't fucking going nowhere.
Mentioning him too much.
2024 is gonna come and go, and you're still gonna be in AEW.
Right. Fucking making boatloads of money.
Prove me wrong. Yeah, still making boatloads of money. Probably making more money.
And wrestling like 3 matches a year.
Right. Because you've got an army of minions. Every 6 months you just rinse and repeat.
Oh, I was secretly hoping like during All Out, like fucking, like I was like, this has got to be MJF. But the thing that would seal it for me was like just they randomly find like Captain Sean Dean like beat the shit out of and like unconscious. Just stroll up on him like, oh my God, he's out. He's gone. What the hell?
That would have been cool. Drop the breadcrumbs.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I'd have been down for that.
Everything that happened afterwards, like, man, fuck this show.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It's bad enough that I didn't even feel like giving star ratings.
Just put the belt on Rick.
This was a D+.
Well, look, give the overall show a rating, and then give the Lights Out match a rating.
Overall show?
Yeah.
Was it a Lights Out match, or was it a dark match? It was on dark.
Oh, it was Lights Out.
Yeah, it was definitely Lights Out. Again, somebody...
Eyes out. I don't
know. Dark degradation.
What a shit show.
Oh, man. God, it's so crazy. It gets 6 Larrys out of 6.
There you go.
6 wags.
Yeah.
6 Larrys out of 6. This is a fucking mess.
Yeah. I would say, if they give Miro the All-Atlantic title, then I can... As long as it's on fucking TV. If he's on TV, I can give him not being in the tournament a pass. Jesus Christ.
But I thought the point of the All North Pacific belt was to be defended off TV. Did we not have this discussion last week?
I mean, we had contact. But look, I'm not booking the shit. I want to see Miro on my fucking TV, man.
Here's my thing for the All South Atlantic belt. Like, why can't you just like ship talent over here? And then you can defend the belt on TV. Like, you don't have to go over there.
Well, I mean, the thing with Pac is, I think he lives over there still.
He lives there.
Yeah, so that's why they did that.
Just saying.
Fucking Miros just start having just these matches on Dark in Nashville or wherever he fucking lives. Like lives in like Tennessee
just
and
like
shit.
Wrestling against Smoky Mountain Wrestling guys.
Just like if he wins that belt, he just needs to like modify it and like scratch the Japanese flag off and put like the Bulgarian flag or something.
Just a little sticky
Japan's
note
on the other side.
Draw it
It's
on
a
there.
serious oversight. Yeah.
I am here.
Yeah. So the red dot. So yeah, this is the current state of AEW.
It's a mess.
Fucking
it's a
wild.
mess, and there's a good chance we're all getting fucking worked.
I don't know, man.
It's become a reality TV show.
I was talking with Rocky earlier, or I had said it in the chat at some point. Like, the longer this goes, the more I think it's a shoot. But there's like a very small part of me that still thinks like.
I mean, all the works are seeded from truth.
Because there are certain things that still just don't add up.
Punk is involved. Right. Dude, he got injured and sat at home for how long? And was seething. Was probably seething over this fucking Hangman line that people have dropped. And by the way, MJF,
there you
Kingston,
go. You know what?
And other...
I just thought about that. Hangman's the common denominator in all this shit. Because every time something's happened, he's conveniently fucking not there. Punk goes off script and calls him out. Hangman's not there. Bucks go and they super kick the door down and everybody's getting a fist fight. Oh, Hangman already left the building.
Him and Hungy are down at Denny's.
Wait, how is that a common denominator? The common thing is that he's never there.
He's the one fucking leaking the information.
Oh, well, I don't know. But the common denominator is
See, I got my conspiracy theories now.
Even still, Punk is so convinced that the Bucks did this shit. Like, I think he started a fight over it.
He is flat out. He is flat out. He is definitely convinced.
We're all getting worked, and it's Cutler.
And Punk doesn't... The thing is, it could be anybody.
He's pissed because he doesn't get the opportunity.
It could be anybody. But dude, he's convinced.
Callis.
He is convinced that it's the Bucks. He doesn't seem to me like the kind of guy that you're going to change his mind. Whatever his opinion is, that's what it's going to be, and that's what it stays.
Years from now, when they have like an AEW documentary,
Dark Side,
Tony Khan's going to come out and be like, "It was me.
It was me the whole fucking time, guys.
It was me all along."
Of course,
Tony's
I'm the higher power,
and he's going to sit up. I want you to tell Punk it was me. Give him the Elena Tyrell.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If only it's one of those things where you go to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
To watch the Bucks super kick.
Have y'all y'all seen The Good Place? Watch the show The Good Place?
No.
Okay, where everybody's supposedly in hell, and but they build it to make them think that they're in heaven, but they use little tiny nuances that like drive them fucking batshit. They're like the worst things that they've ever experienced. Like Tony right now is running The Good Place. He's making everybody think AEW is a haven, and he's really working everybody to make just a fucking massacre.
Oh wait, what the fuck am I doing? I'm wearing the meme. It was me. Dio. My JoJo reference. That's who it was.
Oh man.
Dude, it's fucking, I don't know. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah. It's
Meanwhile, in WWE land, the best they could come up with this week was Braun Strowman came back. And he tripped while he was doing his choo-choo train.
Punk's going to be out and be CYN bound.
And Dom is
what a
now
fucking mess
full-blown heel.
With that.
And he's Rhea Ripley's.
Everybody's got their names back too. We got Austin Theory and Tommaso Ciampa. There's rumors of Gunther going back to Walter.
I'm cool with it.
Sheamus is going to be Sheamus O'Flanagan
again for the third week in a row.
So has Dominic been trafficked? Is he?
Dominic is tied up in a basement right now, and he's loving every second,
loving every minute of it.
He's got the mask on, and
he's zippered shut. Like he's good.
Oh God.
Oh man.
What the fuck?
No, he's perfectly okay.
In the basement of a Hot Topic.
He's doing his best.
I really need to watch BTE this week, and I'm really curious what BTE over the next 2 weeks is going to be.
If they put the fight, if the fight's on it, dude, this is such a work. They could have put the fight on in the episode.
The fucking Bucks. The Bucks are gonna be like fucking super kicking doors at their house
and
shit.
You can see Omega running out the door with a dog while everybody's screaming at each other.
There needs to be like what is it? A reenactment, like a dramatization.
And all you see is from the outside of the room. You're just looking at the door, and you hear like a bunch of shit crashing and breaking, and then Omega, like I said, comes out with the dog,
like fucking blown in, like it's a breach. Like the fucking SWAT team's breaching it, just gets blown in.
I want weird shit. Like I want like a cat to substitute for Larry. Instead of
like a lizard, and they put a little dog ears on his head. Bunny rabbit.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Harry, let's get out of here.
Yeah. The names have been changed to protect.
Oh my God. They mess up a line, and Cutler's just like, just say it again. I wasn't rolling.
And then that's when Ace Steel threw the chair.
Oh, man.
This is a black silhouette.
Sorry, I meant
JD Drake as CM
Jack
Punk.
Metal through the... Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Dude, fucking Ryan Nemeth is going to do some bullshit on this on BTE. Fucking Hollywood hunk. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Y'all have anything else to say about this bullshit?
Best sign of the day. All Out. Give the old eggplant a twist. And they had a picture of an eggplant.
Nice. Oof.
That's my last comment.
Don't do that.
What?
Give the eggplant a twist.
No. Yam Bags?
Yes.
Needs to be officially fucking retired out of Taz's
He's
vocabulary.
abusing it.
I'm done with it. It is no longer funny.
Oh, Yoga Jones over here.
Yeah. I am done.
That I actually noticed the sign as well.
Also,
Shenmue 3 is a waste of time and money. Completely agreed. But I'd also say that Shenmue 1 and 2 also were a waste of time and money.
Also, please stop trotting out JR every time the Acclaim
Listen.
are out. Because somebody in the back must think that that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think he sounds like my grandpa when he used to make fun of me listening to rap when I was growing up. That's what he sounds like.
Yo. Listen.
It's 4, not foe. It's 4.
Listen.
That's not nice. That's my boss you're talking about. My old boss.
And then Swerve playing heel fucked us out of the damn rap. So.
Oh man, everything that was done tonight. It was like
he swerved.
To reference it, but just not overtly like outright talk about it.
Right.
That's all it was. It was like, we're gonna reference it. We know that you know that this is happening, but we're not talking about it.
It's a good thing Cody wasn't there, because Pharaoh would have got jumped in himself and damaged somebody. So
probably so, because he is bigger than Larry.
Anyway, y'all got anything else?
No. I'm done.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Wrestlecast. If you want to drop us a line or have a question for us, email us at laughingmangamecast@gmail.com and put Wrestlecast in the subject. Hit us up on Twitter, the Laughing Man Net. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
See you.
See ya.